A clash of titans, the battle for connectivity in Brazil. In a world where information flows freely yet is often subject to the whims of power, the vibrant nation of Brazil found itself at the center of a digital storm. The government, embroiled in an escalating political crisis, made a controversial decision: a complete ban on Twitter. This directive came after a federal judge, nicknamed by some as Brazil's very own Lex Luthor, wielded his authority to silence dissenting voices, targeting accounts that supported the previous administration, claimed election fraud, or criticized government actions against former President Jair Bolsonaro and his supporters. As the sun rose over the sprawling cities of Brazil, citizens awoke to the stark reality of their newfound digital isolation. The judge's orders, shrouded in secrecy, allowed for the silencing of voices without public notice, leading many to speculate about the true nature of justice in their beloved country. This situation mirrored the political tensions seen in other parts of the world, yet it bore a unique Brazilian flavor, painted in shades of green and yellow. Meanwhile, in the high-tech corridors of Silicon Valley, Elon Musk, the enigmatic CEO of Twitter, watched from afar.
A self-proclaimed champion of free speech, I had positioned Twitter as a platform for open dialogue, available for just $1 a year. But faced with the judge's heavy-handed censorship, it was time to push back.
His response was defiant. Twitter would not bow to Brazil's demands. The stakes rose dramatically when the Brazilian judge escalated his campaign, threatening to arrest Twitter's legal representatives in Brazil. This ultimatum forced Twitter to shutter its offices and pull out entirely, fearing that its employees could become pawns in a political chess game. In a desperate attempt to maintain control, Brazil demanded that Twitter appoint a new legal representative within 24 hours or face a complete ban from the country. As the weekend approached, the inevitable occurred. Twitter was officially banned in Brazil.
Telecommunications companies quickly began blocking access, but the resourceful Brazilian populace soon discovered a way around the blockade VPNs.
Elon, ever the provocateur, took to Twitter to share a meme, albeit a low-resolution one, about the profits VPN companies would see from Brazilians circumventing the ban. To no one's surprise, the meme struck a chord, leading to a staggering 1,000% increase in sign-ups for VPN services like Proton VPN. In a swift countermeasure, the Brazilian government declared that anyone caught using a VPN to access Twitter would face an outrageous fine of $8,900 per day.
The audacity of this penalty left many citizens stunned, yet it only fueled their determination to reclaim their digital voices.
But amidst the chaos, a critical truth emerged. Not all VPNs were created equal. Many providers claimed to protect user privacy. However, the reality was murky at best. Some complied with law enforcement requests, potentially exposing users' identities to the very authorities they sought to evade. Yet, as the battle raged on, Musk wielded another weapon in his arsenal: Starlink, his satellite internet venture designed to provide connectivity in the most challenging environments.
Lawyers from Starlink informed Brazilian regulators that they would not comply with the Twitter ban, allowing users with Starlink access to bypass the restrictions entirely. Imagine, if you will, a child who once faced ridicule for having slower satellite internet suddenly finding themselves with a unique advantage, able to tweet freely while their peers were silenced.
Starlink had already proven its worth in conflict zones such as Ukraine, where it had become crucial for communication. Its satellites, resilient against conventional jamming attempts, promised a lifeline for Brazilians caught in the digital crossfire. However, the Brazilian government was not without its retaliatory measures. In a preemptive strike, they froze Starlink's bank accounts, a move intended to cripple its operations within the country.
As the legal battles unfolded, Musk's companies faced an uncertain future in Brazil. Some speculated that he might offer free Starlink connections to the nation, expanding his reach while simultaneously allowing users to pay in cryptocurrency, potentially reigniting the Dogecoin frenzy of 2021.
In this high-stakes game of digital chess, the Brazilian government pondered its next move. Would they attempt to construct a great firewall to block Starlink? Or would Musk triumph in this war of attrition, cementing Starlink as Brazil's primary internet provider and Twitter as the people's choice for social media? As the dust settled, the outcome remained uncertain. Citizens of Brazil found themselves at a crossroads, caught between their government's attempts to control the narrative and the relentless push for digital freedom. In this ongoing saga, one question lingered: who would ultimately prevail in the battle for connectivity, freedom, and truth? Only time would tell, But for now, the people of Brazil were determined to make their voices heard, no matter the cost.